Up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get this fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Okay, ready? Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Mike. Bravo! Check 55, Mike. I'm going. Go. I'm going back to you.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 14. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Luck. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 2. They're going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
He is going to find Hill here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On first down, Swift. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And going deep for Hill. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyreek Hill with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
3rd
and long. It's Luck. And that's complete to Adams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
At the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Yeah. They're not ready for this, man. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. On first down, it's Luck.
Well, sometimes
now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 30 pace, let's go. Pilot 64, weak. Hustle, let hustle.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Touchdown, defense. 51 to Mike. 51.
On second down, it's Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 38, Luck. Got an open man. It's QT. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 47 yards. Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Now Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Come on. 51, Mike. 51. Check. Hey, exit. 51 to Mike.
Luck now to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. On play action, they'll throw. Fighting through pressure, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 11. Mike 51. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Check tight end. Check tight. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
On first down, Locke. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
First down, Packers.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first and 10, Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. To the air again, Locke. It's caught here by Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, Locke. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Monday. You draw Corker.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Let's get exit. Hey,
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,